Our next guest is on a mission to help save the world from hearing loss, and they are doing a very cool job of that. Public relations manager for a company called Eargo is Christian, is it Gormsen?
It's a little hard to pronounce. Gormsen.
Gormsen. Oh, sorry about that, Christian.
Exactly. That's the old Viking name.
Oh, there you go. Well, welcome into tomorrow. And you've got something very cool called Eargo, where the world is waiting. What is it that the world is waiting for?
Well, the world has been waiting for a long time. So we have a national health tragedy here, not just in the US, all over the world. That people are walking around with an impairment and not doing anything about. And that's hearing loss. So how many people would you think have hearing loss in the US?
Oh my gosh, probably a lot more than I would guess, right?
So we're at 42 million people.
Oh.
However, out of the 42 million people, only a quarter are actually doing anything about it. So what does hearing loss do to you? It actually, two things. It makes you less productive. You cannot interact and communicate well with others, so people get out of the workforce. Secondly, when you don't hear well, you actually move away from social situations. So you end up isolating yourself. What that does is you are actually becoming a bigger burden to society and healthcare in general, and you drive up healthcare costs, and you don't have a great life. So the whole purpose about life is enjoying life and contributing. And that's very hard to do without one of your core senses.
So yeah, hearing loss is obviously more of a tragedy than I guess a lot of us tend to think.
Absolutely.
But the examples you gave are terrible, and thus the tragedy. But of course then people figure, all right, so maybe it's time. I need some sort of hearing aid. I need something to help me with that. But they're so costly.
Yeah.
And then what? You got to go to a doctor. They've got to measure, do some hearing tests. And maybe if you're lucky, you might have some insurance that covers a little portion of it. There's got to be a better way, and I'm guessing that's what Eargo is about.
Well, Dave, thanks for having me here, because that is the second part of the tragedy. The tragedy is the only way you can get hearing aids today is exactly like you described it, right? You have to go to a clinic. You have to get through this classic healthcare appointment setting, showing up, testing, going back, new appointment, which makes you absolutely feel that if you didn't already feel that you were handicapped, you will feel like it.
Yeah, now you do, right?
Exactly. So at Eargo, what we really wanted to do is, first of all, we wanted a product that is living up to the needs. So we'll hit that in a second. But secondly, we wanted to change the way you access, the product. So as opposed to going through the clinic and not, where are you most comfortable? Where do you feel the best? At your home.
I would think, yeah.
So what if you could actually experience hearing at your home? So you can research it online. You can talk to our specialists on the phone in your home. We will ship it straight to your home. You can try it on. You can literally...
First of all, check this out. If you're listening on the radio, have no fear. When you have a moment, when you're not driving especially, be sure to visit intotomorrow.com and check out the video of all of our radio interviews here at CES. But here's the Eargo, very cool looking small carrying case.
And charger.
And charger built in, kind of like what you would expect out of really cool, good earbuds.
Absolutely.
That you might enjoy your music with. And check out how small these are for hearing aids. That just blows me away.
No, but let me again show here, Dave. Okay. I'll take off the headset, and you can see my left ear. I don't know if you can see anything at all.
I see an ear.
Exactly. But I'm actually wearing Eargos. They are great in this conference because they actually help me hear better. I don't have hearing loss, but by wearing my Eargos, they don't amplify any of the background noise. But they amplify the speech, the things I really want to hear, which is you. Now that I'm wearing the headset, I really don't need it, but I can actually keep wearing the headset.
And it doesn't interfere with your ability to hear properly with it by putting on, in this case, a pair of our broadcast headsets, or maybe some headphones because you are listening to some tunes.
Exactly. But what we're just doing here, we want people to experience in the comfort of their home. Right? So we will send it to your home. You have 45 days to try them. If you don't like the experience, if you can't fit them, if they're not giving you the benefit, you can return them free of charge. So that's, again, changing the whole model on how to do it. If you have a hard time figuring out how they're working or if they're right for you, we have a team of licensed professionals. So we have audiologists on staff, but so we have all the content available on video, but you can also call us because, hearing loss comes with age. Sure. So the average hearing loss is plus 60. So that's the age and then growing. And, hearing loss just progresses.
I feel like I need to say, huh?
Huh? Exactly. But you can't say that with headset.
Whoa, yeah, exactly.
So it's not, so that's where the market is. So that's the whole experience.
Sure. Yet it doesn't seem very complicated. Doesn't seem like we need to, you just showed us how you pulled one out of your ear that you couldn't even see you had, and as tiny as it was, popped it right back in, and you're in business. You didn't need a video for that.
No, but that's the whole point. Why not make it simple? But today's distribution is the classic clinics, right? They all make a fortune. Yeah. Unfortunately, hearing aids are not covered, right? So there's no reimbursement, so it's an out-of-pocket expense. Insurance coverage is really poor. Medicare doesn't cover it. Some Medicare Advantage will give you a small supplement, $500 to $1,000. The problem is the average clinical price is $4,600. More cosmetic solutions will cost you up to $8,000.
Wow, I was going to say, and with that kind of expense, and when you say the majority of the issues are for those over 60, one would expect Medicare should absolutely cover it.
And it doesn't.
But it doesn't.
And the U.S. is one of the few countries in the world that has no support.
Wow.
So we wanted to change that. It's still an investment when you buy Eargo.
How much are they? Because obviously our viewers and listeners are thinking, okay, great, I got you, Christian, but what is it going to cost me anyway?
And like I said, it's an investment.
Sure.
So we start at $1,850. That's our starting point. Our latest Neo Hi-Fi that I'm wearing, and that's showed here, is $2,650 for an introductory price for the next 2 months.
Okay.
So it's an investment, but it's still down to a third of the price that you would pay for a cosmetic, attractive device that, again, nobody will ever know you're wearing.
Can't tell, can't see.
Nothing behind the ear.
He's actually, exactly. Nothing behind his ear, nothing as I look in your ear, I can't even see it.
No.
It is that small. So.
And that has been the whole notion, because yes, people, one of my unfortunately favorite stories is I went to a dinner party with a bunch of, tech CEOs. And by the way, I'm the CEO, I'm not the PR guy.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's we got to fire another producer. Sorry about that.
No, exactly.
We just promoted you. You did so well on the show that you're the CEO.
Yeah, and then now that I'm there. But I come to this table, everybody asks, what are you doing? I said, I work with hearing aids. I mean, he said, let me tell you a joke. So what's the best way for a dentist to lose his business? It's like, no idea. Wear a hearing aid. And I got appalled, and what do you mean? He said, well, if people see you wearing a hearing aid, they think something's wrong with you.
Oh.
And then I started thinking about it. I was like, he's probably right.
Yeah.
Because if I saw somebody wearing a hearing aid...
It's kind of a stigma, unfortunately, where a lot of people think, there's an issue.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah.
And we want to change that.
Good.
And that's why we call it a strategy.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much. Eargo, EARGO.com. Couldn't be easier. Christian, you're a delight to chat with. Glad you're now the CEO. You've done such a great job.
And I appreciate the promotion.
It's our pleasure. We're happy to do just that. Of course, when you visit us at intotomorrow.com, we'll link you to Christian's site, and you'll see what he and his team are up to. Do check these out for mom, dad, grandparents, any age.
And maybe even yourself.
Exactly. It could be necessary, and do check it out while you can. I'm Dave Graveline, our 25th year broadcasting from CES. We're back with more from Las Vegas, bringing you Into Tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network.